Ladies and gents, man, this is your captain speaking. I gotta tell you, this video, first off, this is not a network marketing video. So if you're looking for network marketing training videos, don't watch this one. I just gotta tell y'all, this is, I gotta have a seat, man. This is crazy. Okay, so and just so y'all know, my Instagram got banned. So whatever jive hater got my Instagram banned, I forgive you, but you ain't shit. So I'll just start there. Whoever was hating. 21,000 followers, gone. Instagram, gone. So that's what it is. Follow me on Facebook. Shit, I don't know. All right. So I get a call today from a good friend of mine. She's a wonderful young lady, and she was in a group chat with some other women. And the women range in age, probably from 20s up to their 40s, single, divorced. Some have kids, some don't have kids. Some got one kid, some got multiple kids. It's just what it is. And one of the women was having a problem understanding why she keeps, dating these dudes, but, it is what it is. And they're not in her life for a long period of time. They kind of date, things happen, and then they're gone. She couldn't really figure out, why is this happening? And so I get called in because, I don't really know a lot about relationships in general. Obviously, my track record is not very good. But what I will say is this. I understand people and the psychology behind people because I understand network marketing. And in network marketing, our real product is people. So I understand psychology at a deeper level than most people. Now, I'm going to tell you, the information I'm about to give you, it can be very empowering and yet very disheartening at the same time. Okay, very empowering, but very disheartening. So you might not, if you got sensitive feelings, you might not want to watch this one. But you're still watching. Okay, here goes. So there is a place, and I'm gonna just give you the gist of what I explained to them to make this make sense for women. Okay. There is a magical place that exists in real life called the sexual marketplace. Now, this is not literally a place people go to have sex. This is just the dating world, okay? There are married people in the sexual marketplace, single people. It's just talking about the interaction between the sexes, between men and women. The sexual marketplace is a real place, okay? Now, within the sexual marketplace, everybody is in it. Even if you don't want to be in it, you're in it. You're in the dating world, even if you're not dating, you're in the world. And everybody there in the sexual marketplace has something called SMV. Understand this, very important concept, sexual market value. How desirable are you to members of the opposite sex? Okay. And I'm sure it's the same thing in gay communities or not, or maybe, I don't know. But in regular, traditional, heterosexual society, sexual marketplace, sexual market value. When men are young, and we're in our early teens, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and we're 16, 17 even, we're just trying to date girls and go out and do whatever. We do not have a high sexual market value because we are broke and inexperienced. Yeah. So a lot of times the girls we want to talk to will be dating older dudes, okay? Older dudes who had resources, all right? Older dudes who had cars, all right? They might have had money from drugs or just money. I know one dude had rich parents and he was older and he had a BMW his dad gave him, you know what I mean? And women found that attractive. So he was dating, girls. And we dated a couple of girls now and then, but we didn't stand a chance to older guys. That's just me being real because we didn't know nothing. We were kids, And our sexual market value not very high. When a guy gets into college, his sexual market value is a little bit higher because he knows better, and he's in college. So, okay, you might have some potential there, bucko. You might have some potential. But women during this time period of late teens to mid 20s and even 30, okay, up there, early 30s at the latest, are at their sexual market value peak, okay? They just are. They're just super attractive. They're young, and our society, listen, I'm not saying this is right, but our society places a very high value on physical beauty in young bodies as far as, physical features from a woman's standpoint. Females, this is just what our society does. It places this really big emphasis on beauty and being a young woman, okay? Nobody's going to deny this, I hope. That would be stupid. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you how it is. So women have a very high sexual market value from the ages of like 18 to 25 and even up to 30 if she's, working out, take care of herself or beyond that. But that's when they're at their peak, basically. Everybody's trying to talk to them. And guys and a woman, as she gets older, 33, 34, 35, 40, with very few exceptions. And I have some incredible women in my friend circle that they just never get old. But most women, okay, as you get older, so in your 40s, sexual market values start going down. You get married or get divorced, okay? You have a couple of kids, it goes a little bit down. 3 kids goes down, 4 kids goes down. You get to 44 years old, 43 years old, goes down. Their sexual market value steady declines from like early 30s. And just get over it. That's life. That's life, okay? It's just what you gonna do, right? You can't turn back the clock. But they had a good run, from 18 to 30. Guess what? They had a good run. That's the 18 to 30. Look, fine. Look, all right. Now my mom, she's in her 60s. She's a beautiful woman. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's been married to my dad for like 45 years, 46 years. They got married when she was 27. Peak sexual market value. She had her pick of the litter, and she picked my dad because dude was a real G. He had a good job, good career, plenty upside potential, and he was ruggedly handsome, not unlike myself. So good call, Mom. Good call. Lock them down, okay? Now, this is what happens to men. Okay? This is the bright side for guys. Don't worry, guys. When you're in your age from 17, 18 up to your late 20s, early 30s, you probably suck. You probably do not, you haven't built your career yet. You haven't made the big money yet. And society doesn't put as much of a value on your physical features as it does your resources and access to capital, your business acumen, resources. How much can you provide for a family and children? Okay, your sexual market value as a man goes up if you on your job and on your purpose and focusing on your business. Okay, it'll go up. Okay, your sexual market value will go up over time, and you'll be at your sexual market value peak in your 30s and maybe even into your 40s if you're making more money. Okay, why? I'm not saying it's right, but society puts a high value on that type of stuff. For a dude, it just puts a lot of value on what you have and what you can have and the car you drive and the house you can afford and, how much can you provide for a family if you have one. Okay, that's just men's sexual market value go up over time, but we start off pretty bad. Women start off really great, but their sexual market value go down at the time. So you got to try to find that sweet spot. My dad was in his mid 30s when he married my mom, and he was, really almost at his sexual market value peak. He still had a lot of upside potential, but he was like 35 years old and had an incredibly good job, incredibly good career, as a man. And she was sure of himself. He learned enough, to be a really sharp dude. And my mom, at her peak sexual market value, that's when they connected. It rarely happens more perfect than that, to be quite frank, in my personal opinion. I'm not biased. I'm just shooting it to you straight. Now, some of the women who were in the chat that I was advising today, just kind of letting them know that this is a real thing. This is a real place, a sexual marketplace. One of them was in her 40s. She was divorced and she had kids. And she had not really taken care of her body really well because she was raising kids, I guess, whatever the excuse is. So she's trying to date dudes that are at their sexual market peak. These dudes are in their 30s, early 40s, but mid 30s to early 40s, like 35 to 43, somewhere up in there. They got jobs, they got careers, they got money. And because of that, they be working out. And because of that, they have options. You see, men who are I'm telling you, men from 33 to 45, if you got money and you've been working out and you've been building your business or on your hustle, on your grind, buddy, you have options. Now, yeah, you're not going to win them all, okay? But you got options. Don't never think you don't have options. If you don't have options, you're just not in the sexual marketplace, literally. You don't even understand the concept, okay? Now, because you have options, the dudes she's trying to date, they all got options, okay? And I'm going to tell you, the sexual market value of a divorced woman in her 40s with children who isn't in tip-top physical shape, that she can't compete with the younger women who may not have children, who've never been married before. She can't even hope to compete. That would be foolish. Why? How could you ever hope to compete unless you Halle Berry? And that's tough, right? That's tough. Halle Berry been divorced 2-3 times because these dudes keep leaving her for younger dudes, younger women. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's tough. It's tough to compete, right? And so once you understand that, I believe she has to either up her value by, I don't know what you can possibly do at that point, or she can, either lower her standards. If she really gets lucky, she can find a nice, stable, beta male. She can find a dude who is not, he's not the physically most aggressive, attractive, assertive dude, but he's a dude who, if she's a 6, he may be a 4, but he will put her on a pedestal. And that poor young bum, he has no idea what the sexual marketplace even is. He doesn't even know that he has options because he has a good job. But if she's smart and she, whatever, depending on what she wants in life, she'll go. I know this is a controversial topic, okay? But I had to share it with you because I love you as my viewers and I don't want you going out there blind into the dating world, okay? So that's the way the sexual marketplace works. That is generally the way sexual market value works, okay? And when you're a woman and you're from, 18 even to 30, 31, 32, maybe 33 if you work out a lot. But you got, especially if you're single with no kids, you got plenty of options. Enjoy them now. Pick some winners now because in 10 years, baby, I can promise you they ain't gonna be the same. And the wall gonna come and you can't stop it because it's time. And men, if you're not really happy with the dating life and girls leaving you and you all sad crying your heart out because she done left you like Cardi B left Offset and left him in the dust, guess what? You don't worry, your time is coming. Your time is coming if you're working on your purpose. Now, here's a caveat for you guys who see the video and like, all right, man, I'm about to start working on my purpose. I'm about to start working on my business. I'm about to start making money. I'm about to start working out even more. Listen, that process you go through to make yourself greater, it is not really a lot of times compatible with personal relationships. I used to blame COVID for it being difficult to go to restaurants or difficult to go out to date or difficult to go do things. But quite frankly, it wasn't COVID, man. It was just me. And I need you to understand that. You can't put the blame on nobody but yourself. You gotta understand that sometimes working on your purpose and creating the financial empire that you're comfortable with, because deep down, you'll never truly be happy unless you have financial security. As a man, if you can't provide for a family, even if you don't have one yet, you will never truly be happy. And there should be some fire burning in you to put everything on pause to build your business or whatever empire financially you're trying to create. It's not right that we have to do that, but it's society. And society says a man's value is based on what he does and what he can bring to the table and what he provides from a resource standpoint. The same way it's unfair that society puts all these unfair burdens on women. It's their beauty and their sexual attraction that makes them valuable. That is pitiful, but it's the truth. That's the world we live in. It's not good. It's not good at all, man. It's not legit. It's not merit-based, but that's what it is. We're all objectified. We're all objectified. And you got to understand that you can have, there's so many true life examples. And deep down, you know what I'm saying is true. You don't have to like it. You know what is true. But I will tell you this, gentlemen, because I can only speak from, the male standpoint. When you're working on your business, working on your hustle, working on your grind, working on your purpose, it is going to be very difficult you to maintain a quality relationship with the woman who is at her sexual market value peak because she got options. And you don't have the options yet, okay? But I can tell you this. When you get to the level where you're comfortable financially speaking because you've put that work in, you will have more options you can't even imagine. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not saying take advantage of all the options. I'm just letting you know there will come a time in your life when you have it's like a buffet. You have limitless options. I'm not saying do that, but they're there, okay? The same options she got, okay? If when she's young and attractive, maybe even up to early 30s, you can have the Halle Berry types that are in their 40s that are super, super hot. I got friends like that. I got friends that these women don't age at all. They just gorgeous forever, apparently. It's crazy. They went 10 years later, they ain't never aged. They probably look better, okay? But most women, sexual market value, it is what it is. You can't fight it. You can't defeat it. And everybody in the sexual marketplace is looking for the next best thing. Hypergamy is undefeated. So don't feel bad, bro. If she leave you if she leave you for a good reason because you're working on your business and you don't have time for her like you used to, guess what? That's a good reason for her to leave. Let her go live her life, man. Let her go, date and get what she wants while she's at her sexual market value peak. And you just go build your business because pretty soon you're going to be at your sexual market value peak and hers goes down. This is universal. Fight it, hate it, whatever. It's the truth. So I want you to relax, rest easy in that. And women, quite frankly, enjoy it. Enjoy your time at your peak in the marketplace and pick the guy who is the guy you see yourself being with long term. Do not do what a lot of women do, which is pick the fun. Listen, you're not going to listen to what I'm giving you advice right now. If you're at your sexual market value peak as a woman, stop dating the dudes that excite you and date the dude who is going to be there stable and consistent when you're no longer at your sexual market value peak. Because if you keep playing around on a carousel, what I'm telling you is you might end up with a kid, married or not, in your 40s, trying to date a high value dude when you're no longer at the high value level. And that is unfortunate. So my advice to both sexes is this: drink more water, work out, always work on your body, take care of yourself, work on your business so that you can be independent and that you can have freedom to maneuver. Okay. You really want that as a man. You don't want to be dependent on nothing. But as a woman, ladies, you don't want to be dependent on a man. Build your business and your career too, okay? So that you have your pick of the litter for a longer period of time, all right? So that's the sexual marketplace. That's how sexual market value works. For men, if you're working on your purpose, it goes up over time. For women, pretty much no matter what you do, it goes down over time. That's life. Society's weird like that. I didn't create the marketplace. I'm just telling you that's really how it works. So for my friends who, were 40 some years old, divorced with kids who ain't been working out, baby, you don't have the options like you did 20 years ago. When you're in your 20s, you don't have those options no more. Okay, the dudes you're trying to date, they got plenty of options. They're top tier dudes right now. You wasn't trying to date them 20 years ago. You had your chance. You didn't, because they were nerds. They were dorks. They were in school making good grades. They weren't on the corner. They weren't wilding out at rock concerts or rap concerts. They were the dudes building their life. And now that they're attractive because they got money and they get to work out every day because they're in control of their time because of their business, now you want them. And it don't work that way because they don't want you at 40 some years old. They want the women who are in their 20s and maybe early 30s-ish because they got options. So that's how it works. You don't have to like this video. You don't have to share it. You don't have to subscribe. You can thumbs down it. You can eat ugly comments. I don't give a damn. Everything I just told you is true. And hopefully, if you just take this in the right mindset, it'll help you as you navigate the dating marketplace, the sexual marketplace, and increase your sexual market value at all times. And don't be afraid to pull the trigger on a quality relationship because sometimes that's just the best move. Sometimes you got to make a smart decision, not an exciting decision. All right, so it's Will Zanders. Catch you on the next one.